What's up, guys? So today I just need to share with you a very powerful email that I just received, and I got permission from the student who emailed me. Josh, thank you so much for allowing me to share your story with my subscribers here on YouTube. And I have to share this because it's just so encouraging to hear about how much rejection and strife and obstacles that Josh had to overcome to get accepted finally by his first music library. And Josh, I just want to say congratulations, man. I'm happy for you. I'm really excited for you. But more importantly, I think people just need to hear, your story and what you went through to get to where you are now. And I know you're still at the beginning phases of your career. And I know you have a long ways to go and you have a lot of work ahead of you. But I know a lot of you guys that are watching this right now, you're probably maybe in Josh's shoes, or you're in where Josh used to be in terms of not getting accepted. So I wanted to just share this real quick email with you to encourage you to keep going, keep fighting the good fight, and just know that good things do come to those who persist, okay? Not to those who wait, but to those who persist. Keep marching forward. So this is from Josh. I started the sync licensing journey over a year ago. June 4th, 2019 is when I took the leap and signed up for your website. It's been a tough year for me. In August, I was diagnosed with cancer, which put my music on hold for a couple of months, but I came back swinging. So that alone, Josh, is like, man, like if I was going through that, I don't know if I would keep going with music. I don't know if I would, man. So for whatever reason, maybe music was giving you, that purpose and that motivation to keep going. But for whatever, man, that just shows your strength right there, dude. Like that, dealing with something that heavy and that intense and still marching forward with your goals, dude. I just applaud you. Just huge double high five to you, man. That is just not an easy thing to do. By December, I had 4 albums, 42 tracks that I was shopping around. It's a lot of work, dude. That's a lot of work. You were really putting in your hours. But lately, I had been getting really discouraged. I have submitted to over 30 libraries, and only 2 of them had ever listened to the music I sent. Huge rejection right there. 30 different companies, and only 2 actually listened to them. I created a page for each library. That way I could see when they visit the page, unique for them. I can also see when someone plays a song. So you were monitoring when people actually could or did listen to your music. And to have 28 companies out of 30 just not even go to your website, that doesn't feel good. I know that doesn't feel good. I kept thinking, how am I ever going to get signed to a library if none of them are listening to my music? There were a couple of times I was really close to just saying F this, but I didn't give up. I pushed through. That's the key right there, man. Like whatever that is, I don't know. I had that same thing too when I had disappointing royalty checks and I was getting rejected and I wasn't getting all the big placements. But something right here, I just didn't give up. I kept pushing through. Don't know. It's kind of like just taking failure off the table, I think, for you. It was just like, well, that sucked, but I'm not done. And you just kind of have to have faith that you're still moving in the right direction, even though you don't see a lot of the signs of progress that you wanted to see. So whatever that is, I had it and you had it, Josh. So that's really good, man. In May, I had 2 libraries actually listen to my music and respond. The first library told me they weren't taking any music right now. They were focusing on fixing their client portal. He said for sure he would email me when they were back up and running. So again, it's like, great, you got somebody to listen to your music, but they're not taking on any writers right now. So it's like, it's still a rejection. I mean, maybe they didn't dislike your music, but they just aren't even in a position to accept new writers. So again, another punch in the gut, right? The second library had sent an orchestral hybrid album. They said they aren't really accepting that type of music at the moment, but he would contact me if they needed something like that when I sent them. If they needed something like what I sent them. I politely emailed him back and asked what type of music they were looking for. I didn't think I would get a response, but I did. He said they were looking for upbeat, fun, positive tracks. Very, very common in the licensing business. I responded that I had 2 full albums of funky tunes. You were ready to go, Josh. Like you didn't wait until somebody asked you for music. You had already composed music. So you got ready and were ready before somebody asked you for things and somebody asked and requested you for the music. So you did something very, very smart there. He said for me to send him my 5 best songs. So I ended up narrowing it down to my favorite half and then using a random number generator to choose the top 5. The next email I got back was from the CEO. He wrote that he loved number 1, 2, and 5. He said send him 6 more like that and we are golden. I sent him 6 more that they loved and I signed a contract with the name of the library that's in SyncEdge yesterday. So, wow, Josh, congrats, man. I mean, there you go. You figured that thing out right there, was that you came to this industry and this library with a service mindset. What do you need? They came to you and said, we actually need some upbeat, fun, positive tracks. Cool, here's what I got. You send them your best ones. They said, we like these ones. Can you give us more like that? And you said, sure, I'll be happy to serve you. And you did, and you delivered. And it sounds like you probably didn't take that long to do it either. You got it back to them in a timely manner. So you're basically already successful, Josh. I know you're still waiting for the royalties, you're still waiting for the placements, but what you're doing right now is what success is. Okay, I think a lot of sync producers think because they're not making money yet and they're not making royalties and they haven't signed that contract yet that they're not successful. But you got to realize that like success is a process. It's not a destination. It's not like you get to a place and then you're successful. Successful is executing on this kind of stuff like this, right? Where you're looking to try to serve the needs of somebody and you can execute in a timely manner. And then you can come back to them and say, do you guys need more? What else are you looking for? How can I best serve you? That is success. And literally, it's just a matter of rinsing and repeating that process over and over and over again. And you will quickly see that you become the inner circle member for those libraries. You start getting those placements. You start getting those custom gigs. You start earning that kind of income and getting that kind of exposure that you've been looking for in this business. That's it, Josh. You are successful, man. And I want you to say that to yourself. I know that you're on your journey and you still have a long ways to go, and that's okay to accept that. But also today, tell yourself, I'm successful. I'm already successful in this industry. I'm already doing it. I'm already doing the work that's getting me results. You're already there, man. You're already doing the actual heavy lifting that is required to go far in this business, okay? Sorry for the long email. I know it's annoying. No, definitely, it's not, man. It's really not annoying. I love these kind of emails. And those of you that have had these kind of stories, please, I want you guys to email me too, jesse@syncmymusic.com. This is the kind of stuff that it's just the best kind of payment I can get from you guys. It's the best kind of feedback that I can get. It's just this sort of real life, real stories. You guys are real people with real strife and real problems and real and vulnerability. You know, letting me know about the real struggles you guys go with, because you're not alone. I don't care, Josh. I know that you've probably felt very alone in a lot of this stuff. But you're not, man. Like, this is a very common story for a lot of producers and a lot of people that get into this business. And I know that those of you that have been feeling this kind of like, I don't think this is going to work for me and I just don't feel like it. It's very selfish, actually, in a way, and narcissistic to feel that way because you're assuming that you're the only one that's ever felt that way. You're dead wrong. You are dead wrong. We've all gone through that kind of stuff. Different varying degrees, different levels of it, but we all feel rejection. We all feel demotivated. We all wonder and question our futures and doubt the future success of our licensing careers. So just the more that you can share that and you can share it with me, I hope that I'm a safe person for you to be able to share that kind of stuff. And I will always, of course, ask your permission, like I did with Josh, to share your story if I feel like your story would be very helpful for people, and block out any, private information that I feel maybe shouldn't be going out there that you don't want to have going out there. So I do want to respect all of your privacy, but I do think that the more that we share all of our stories like this, the more that we start to realize like, hey, I'm not in this alone. We're all kind of going through this. And that definitely, just the more you share this kind of stuff, the less of a burden it feels on you, right? It's less of a thing that's kind of weighing you down. You now realize that you have a community that you can really connect with, okay? I just wanted to share a little and say thanks. I had real reservations about signing up for your course, but I wouldn't have signed that contract yesterday at the very least, if not for SyncEdge, so thanks. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Josh. That's really cool for me to hear, and I appreciate that feedback. But, don't discount yourself, of course. You obviously know the hard work that you did to get this done. My courses, my services are simply a roadmap. That's all they are. But I cannot make your legs move down that path, right? I can't push you down a path to start making licensable music, approaching the libraries you feel are the best ones for you, and then of course coming to them with a very humble service mindset. I can't do that. I can't do that for anybody at all. So don't discount your own contribution to this, okay? The roadmap was there, but you decided to take that upon yourself to go, okay, I now have the knowledge. Now I need to do the work. I need to go down the path. I need to walk down this path. I need to have faith. I need to trust myself. 30 libraries, only 2 of them even listened to it, and you still, after that, pushed on, okay? I didn't do that for you. I really didn't do that for you. You did that for yourself, and maybe you used, the community the community that we have here, maybe the live Q&As or anything like that, or just our YouTube videos. But whatever it is, like, that was really on you, man. You really need to give yourself a lot of give yourself a big pat on the back, and spoil yourself. Go do something really nice for yourself, man, because of all the stuff you've gone through. You still have endured. You deserve to treat yourself, man. So whatever that is, go on a little mini vacation for yourself, or go buy something that you really want to get. Whatever it is that you feel for yourself, it's like, that's my little treat for myself. Go do it, man. You really deserve it. And that goes for all of you guys, that even small little accomplishments, and this is not a small one, but even small little things, like, reward yourself for those things. Like, really make sure that you are not overlooking your progress, because even learning one new plugin, or one new sound, or one new approach for how to create music that's licensable for the industry, these are things you need to celebrate. You need to acknowledge that and look into, like, hey, I'm not exactly where I want to get yet, but look at how far I've come, and I'm celebrating my little wins all along the way. It is necessary. You're going to need to start to get in the habit of doing that, and not feeling guilty for doing that, and just being like, it's cool. It's cool that I learned how to use a compressor a little bit better today than I did yesterday. I should at least acknowledge that, write that down, treat myself to something, whatever it is that for yourself that you can feel that you can mark that to say, like, that was actually a big step forward for me. And acknowledge those steps forward. That's how you're going to really get to the point where you're doing this full time, is you got to really be your own biggest cheerleader. So I'm certainly your guys' big cheerleader here on the internet, but it's also for you to take that upon yourself. So congrats, Josh, and congrats to all of you guys that have done some really great things with Sync Edge, with Sync Academy, and sync licensing in general. Even without any of my services or any of my guidance, I'm just happy and stoked to see that this industry is providing this sort of this ability for people to build self-confidence in themselves, right? Just this sense of, like, I can have a goal, I can work towards it, and I can execute it, and then have the confidence now that I have been able to do that, so I can continuously do that moving forward. So whether or not sync licensing is a part of your complete career and future, Josh, you're going to take this story right here with you anywhere you go. It doesn't matter what industry, what you do, relationships, personal stuff. This is the kind of stuff that's character building for yourself, man. So I love hearing these kind of stories. So please, guys, keep them coming. And if you have something to share yourself, I'd love to read it below. Actually, leave a comment below, and I'll definitely heart every single comment that I do read. I can't necessarily respond to every single comment. Sometimes there's too many for me to respond to. But if I've read your comment, it's because, or if you see a heart on your comment, it's because I've absolutely read it, and I do appreciate you sharing your story.